this music is a fad, it's blah 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 blah. And then after they couldn't get rid of us, they demonized us, and they start like driving tractors over our CDs and things like that. This is all history. So this for me feels like, the end where the villain, survives, doesn't go to jail, but gets to pop more shit. So it's like it's that feeling. I don't know if we've ever felt, or ever been vocalized in this way, and it be all true. That the thing that makes me most proud of everything, every word I said in that thing is actual fact. Um, which is, that for me is it's a challenging thing to do. Like to rap that long and every single bar is just like actual fact. And as far as like hip hop, the idea of, rest in peace Tilo. Like this is these that's Tata's brother, Trance. Um like and then like uh, a lot of fallen soldiers. That's Biggie, that's Pop. Uh, Kicking snow off of frozen Tim. That's people that go unnamed that you guys don't know about. Like it's so much in my life in there. And then there's like the way I connect overseas. Caddy. You know, Caddy's story. I guess he could tell it on his own. Um, like just that how powerful the music is, the reach of the music, and where we come. So yeah, yeah. You're 100% on point.
Word. Do you ever get to a point, and obviously, right, this has been your story, but what makes now the right time to say, like, there's things, and even Guru said it, and him knowing you, there's things on this record that maybe he thought you'd never say, or, that you haven't said before, or things that you revealed, and some of it is like a dog whistle. What makes now the right time, and do you self censor, or sometimes do you come up with something and you be like, you know what, that's too much. Let me save that for later.
Yeah, because it's been 30 years.
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't think I've, I don't know if I self censor. I'm aware of the timing of things. Um, I think that, again, some of these things are out of my control. It's just the way the world works and the universe works. Just Cali came at this specific time. There's sometimes I like a beat, or I like a song and the timing ain't right, or you know, the timing is right and I don't like a song. It's so much that goes into like um, getting these things done these days. I have a lot of things on my plate, so sometimes it's just out of my control. It just was the right time, right place, um, right space in life, um, and it just happened. This is just magic. It's really out of our control.
Last question, and just because I mean this is Khaled's moment, right? There's the God Diz moment. Obviously, you were such a major part of that, but so many artists were a part of that. A lyric like, when you start going into how many billionaires can come from Hove's crib. I count three: me, Ye, and Ree, and Bron. Technically, right? It makes me think. It makes me go back to when you did the Drake verse and said, "I made more millionaires than the Lotto did," and that was a flex. And maybe that was about 10 years ago at this point. Like, can you talk about the evolution of not just getting it for yourself, but being able to get it for other people around you, and make other people, put other people in position, and really in the span of 10 years, going from being able to say millions on a rap record to now saying billionaires.
Yeah, and we're not gonna stop. This the hip hop is young. We still growing, and we're not falling for that technology, whatever you know this public puts out there now. That before was the American dream. Pull yourself out of bootstraps, and you can make it in America. All these lies that America told us our whole life. Um, and then when we start getting it, they try to lock us out of it. They start inventing words like capitalists and things like that. I mean, we've been called nigger and monkeys and shit. I don't care. Those words y'all come up with, y'all got to come up with stronger words. When I say y'all, I'm not talking about you. The words they come up with, they got to come up with stronger words. We're not going to stop. We're not going to be tricked out of our position. Y'all locked us out. Y'all created a system that, doesn't include us. We said, fine. We went our alternate route. We created this music. We did our thing. We hustled. We fucking killed ourselves to get to this space. And, now it's like, eat the rich and think, man, we're not stopping. So that evolution is, from us, we came from selling 7 records and selling records out our trunk, and no radio play. And I think Reasonable Doubt did 36,000 the first week or something like that. I may be adding a little to it. So I come from Marcy Projects. My first house, 615 Lexington Avenue. My grandmother's house, 7 families lived. Like, she has 7 kids. My mother and my parents and siblings lived in that house. My aunt Nisi lived in that house. Hootie lived in that house. Butchie lived in the basement. I mean, this is one house. I went back to that house. I did an interview with Oprah, and I couldn't believe how small this house was. That all of us lived in that house. So again, that evolution that you speak of, it's just real, and it's happening in real time, and I'm talking about it. And we're not going to stop, and we're not going to stop talking about it. You're not going to trick us out of and make us feel ashamed to be successful in a place that set up a system for us to be dead at 21. No, no, sir, no,
That's right.
not us.
Jay, we gave him his flowers earlier, but I just wanted to acknowledge Ari in the room for that amazing piece that he did on your verse.
Yeah, Ari, that was an amazing piece. I appreciate that. Again, in the verse I say, my only goal is to make a real feel seen. You know, and when somebody break it down in that way, we all feel seen. And it wasn't me. I got calls from everybody like, man, we needed that right there, or that was amazing, or Ferg hit me up like, we needed that right there, like, so people to articulate and understand what we're going through. You know. So that was amazing job.
I'm honored to be listening to you. It's crazy, and I'll just say one thing. What we mentioned earlier, before you joined, Khaled and everybody, one person was asking about, well, do you write this in a day? And I was saying, I've been listening to you guys my whole life. Your work and the work of hip hop artists who've explained the real stories and history that wasn't always in the history books is why I did civil rights law, and then now I do journalism. And so you've been teaching people for so long, and as we explored there's people who don't listen, which is why you get that Mike Wallace moment. But when we, as a team, and I work with a team in my group at the MSNBC, when we write something like that and we go through the archives and we look through what you're doing, we're drawing on years of listening to you. So it's like it's an honor to be up here just listening to you tonight. But you laid it all out. You've laid it out before, where the hammer's rung, the news cameras never come, and the stories that are not only systematically ignored, they're lied on, and that ruins people's lives. And the last thing I'll say, and then I'll get back to y'all, the way you showed through your life and other people's lives, the arbitrary moving on either side of the law. The laws keep changing. The laws are enforced in
Mm-hmm.
racist ways. The way you show your life, you've been moving in and out of that way. I don't understand it all. I'm just learning. I'm listening. But the way you expose that, and I wonder for years whether people will study this verse and fully understand the poetry is as impressive as the life. It's an autobiography of a life story of achievement against the odds. It's extraordinary. Thank you for having me today.
Good man. Appreciate that.
Wow, I'm gonna always have smoke for them. Khaled, where we at, Cal? How you feeling, Cal? This the most quiet Cal been
Yo,
since we
Khaled.
started this thing. I think he's speechless. What's going on? Well, we'll wait for Khaled to get back.
Hit mute, gotta hit mute.
Rob, I said, when the God is on, you listen. You don't
Nah.
interrupt. You let everything come clear and clarity. You listen. When the God is on, you listen, Rob. And that's what I was doing. Yo,
Yes,
yo,
sir.
man, I appreciate you, man. There's no words that, what I'm saying, all I'm gonna do is, um, you know, every time I see you, when I'm not around you, you're my idol, you're my brother, you're my friend, and I appreciate you, what you did for us on this record and what you've been doing for us. And we all screaming Hove did. You know what I'm saying? Because Hove did for real. And it's just important people know that, man, because you fight for us all the time. And we love that and we appreciate you. And just keep inspiring us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man, and he's nice. Is there a favorite on this album or some because there's so much, but when you first heard it, obviously God did stood out to you. Was there something else on the album that just kind of blew you away or
Yeah,
made you feel
yeah,
so connected?
yeah. Definitely. I felt like the no see I don't know if Kyler told that story, but he played me the Drake No Secret. I was like, man, I gotta open it. That it just
Mm-hmm.
set the right tone and vibe. Um and then that big time joint, the pockets that little baby was catching on that, like he caught like I don't even know how many pockets, but he just kept switching. Um, obviously I messed with that Dirk record. 21 Savage is amazing. Um that Kiss record is so hard. Khaled had a whole vibe. He may want to revisit that later remix, but
Yeah,
that the,
yeah.
the Kiss record,
Sorry about that, but yeah, you're right. I gotta tell him, man. I gotta tell him because I had a whole vibe and I felt like what we did today. I mean, put on the album what we put out was so perfect, but it inspired other vibes too. You know what I'm saying?
Or
yeah, that,
Cal, was there any more to the Drake record? No Secret, just setting it up because I remember you played it. You didn't tell
So
me what was playing,
what
and
happened
the
was,
way it just led in was a perfect intro. But I wondered if there was more.
yeah. So Drake was at my crib and we was having dinner, and then I played him my album in my studio, and I played him God did without no drums, with no raps, nothing on it. Just God did the chords and Friday. That's it. And I told him like this is probably gonna be my intro. And he's like, yo, you should put that on your album trailer. So when I announced God did, I put the music in the album trailer, and it was just the music. It was just the chords and the God did Friday singing it. And when I seen everybody that loved it and it was so infectious, just like they loved the title, I already said in my head before I even put it on the trail that I was gonna make it into a song. Um, but I wanted to, be inspired and feel the feeling. So boom, he played me No Secret. And he's like, yo, I'm gonna finish this shit up. I was like, nah, I want it just like that. I want to fade this shit out. I want to fade it out. And if there's a longer version that comes later, let it come later. I just want that part and do a fade out. And then I started working on God did, and then you see what happened. God did. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it turned into something beautiful. So the way the album started is like been a dream of mine from the beginning of my career. Meaning, as in, there's only certain albums that start like and then the Yay and the Dre, and then you go into Big Time, and then after Big Time you go into Dirt. Is there's only certain for me as a fan of hip hop, there's only certain albums that start like that. You know what I'm saying? I felt like when I dropped that track listen, it was like, oh no, this is God did. Without even hearing it, when they seen the track listen, I knew that the fans would see that and say, oh no, this God did. And that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. I'll be remiss. I want to ask you about one record that I think is special as well. He's no longer here with us. He's a young man, talented young man who I had the pleasure of documenting and interviewing and working with, Juice World, who has since left us and rest in power. But there's a maybe a divine or a spiritual story of how that record
Yeah.
just
So
came together and ended up on this album, right?
So I'm in the backyard of my crib. Um, I'm by myself. I'm in the backyard, just chilling, and I get a text from Bibby, and Bibby said, "I heard you work on your album. God did." I said, "Yeah," and he sent an MP3 immediately. So I didn't get a chance to reply yet. So I listened to it on my phone, and I started looking around like, "Am I bugging? Am I tripping right now?" So I immediately ran to my laptop, had a little setup outside because I was in my last minute magic mode for the album. I hook up, I airdrop the song into my laptop to play in my speakers, and Juice WRLD made a song talking about DJ Khaled, another one, and We the Best. Not a verse, a whole song. I'm looking around like, what the fuck is going on? I felt like Juice WRLD was in my studio, recorded that. Bibby could have sent me that on Khaled, my last album that came out last year. No, this is God did. He sent it when I made God did. Juice WRLD did. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I can't make this shit up if I wanted to. Like, it really was special. Like, and to hear it, the young king, Juice WRLD, said, he made a whole song about DJ Khaled, another one, We the Best. That's like, come on, bro. That's like, it's fucking unbelievable. Like, so, you know, shout out to Chicago, shout out to Bibby, shout out to Juice WRLD's family, shout out to Juice WRLD and Juice WRLD's fans. It was really special, man. And that's why I keep expressing to y'all, this is God did. Not just God did the album. No, this is God did.
Right. No, I absolutely, man. Rest the power to Juice WRLD.
You talk the whole, you see what's going on? Now you talking about Juice WRLD. Like, now like, what do you want me to do? Like, this shit don't happen. Like,
yo, asking for a friend, Cal, and then we're gonna open it up. But
be careful what you ask for your friends to do. They can set you up.
Listen,
they can set you up. Listen, they can set you up. You ain't hear Joel Santana? Loyalty is great, but stupidity is like, don't fall for the trap, because I got the answer.
Nah, check it.
I got the fucking answer.
I just want to know.
I got the fucking answer.
I just want to know.
I want you to say it.
Look,
you starting off talking about, I got a friend that want me to. That's that. I got a friend. Do you want to say it? Cause say it. Cause I'm ready. This God did.
He ready for war.
Yo, Markman, Rob Markman. This DJ Khaled. You know, I ain't one of these guys. I want there. Come on, this God did. Oh, let's go.
All I wanted to know was, how does one go about clearing Eddie Murphy Party All the Time, man? Because that's such a classic record that you did. That's all I wanted. You was ready for the smoke. I just want to know Quavo take off.